I'm here now with Khaled Tawfik, the CIO for the city of San Jose, California. Khaled, how's it going? Thanks for being here.
It's going well. Thanks. Good to be here.
So today at AI Talk, state and local, we're talking all things AI with a bunch of people from across the public sector. I kind of want to start with you in a conversation about here this kind of the state of things, right? San Jose has been on the front lines of AI and collaborating with AI for several years. And I think, one of the key points that become clear to me when it comes to AI and government is this idea of no one has it all. No one is fully ready for everything and all of the pieces that AI includes. So, can you tell me a little bit more about that and kind of where your perspective is in San Jose and really how you're looking to collaborate to kind of confront that challenge?
Great question. Thank you for the question. Definitely, what you're saying is 100% true. I think the rate of change, what we're seeing, and the advancement every week, there is something new. And I don't think anybody's ready, including San Jose. Although we're proud to be one of the leading cities in this area, we know for a fact that the rate of change overwhelms anyone. So our goal is definitely is always to find ways for us to collaborate with others and kind of divide and conquer. So and also we know that we tend in government to work in silos, and the more we break the silos and we the more we build trust with other agencies, the more this will allow us to collaborate and share notes and share our experiences and leverage resources throughout the nation that can allow us to better understand what's happening and also have a better way of tracking the change and working together so we can maximize how fast we can move as a government group of agencies. But absolutely, I think it's overwhelming and nobody anticipated the change to happen in at the rate and the magnitude that's happening at this time.
And tell me a little bit about some of those collaborative efforts around AI that you've been a part of, that you've worked on, and how are they sort of queuing you up to address some of the big challenges that AI presents?
So we started the GovAI Coalition a couple of years ago, and that's one of the main things that we established is a deep understanding of the need to work together. Um, as as I mentioned, we are probably one of the top advanced cities in the city, even before ChatGPT was released. But we were not prepared. Nobody was prepared. So the coalition kind of helped establish the foundation and the conduit for us to communicate with others who have the same interest and have the same passion for one, advancing how we deliver services in government, and two, finding a way that we can do it at a cost-effective manner and in a safe and effective manner of delivering the services. So we're looking at a few things. One of them is advancing the San Jose 311 program. And although the program is doing well, but we see a lot of opportunity with AI and object detection that maybe there is a way more advanced method that we can be proactive in detecting and predicting how things will be happening in the infrastructure of the city, road obstacles, graffiti, potholes, and things like that. So one of the things we're looking at is to work through other members in the coalition to see how we can co-train or co-develop data sets so we can train AI models in a faster, safer way. And we're establishing, we're going to release this hopefully early next year, a national road safety library of data sets where we can share images and also share the metadata related to the meta tagging and object tagging and annotation. So that's one of the things we're doing with San Jose 311, and we're looking for our partners to work with them in schools and universities to kind of help us advance that program and leverage the resources that we have in the country, eager and willing to learn and to work with us on these initiatives.
And this is super interesting. And I think you alluded to one of those big challenges with AI, and that's data, right? It doesn't matter which way you come at it, whether you're talking about data hygiene, data cleanliness, the quantity of data, the locations of data. There are so many data challenges when it comes to AI. And so through the coalition and kind of internally in San Jose, what are some of the things that you're doing or thinking about to sort of address those challenges around data?
Absolutely. Definitely, we'll start with data governance. For us to understand how we can use data, we need a couple of things. One, establish a policy and governance, and establish teams who can really identify data and find ways to protect it and preserve it so we can use it in a clean and responsible and safe manner. And the second part is the upscaling. For us to really take advantage of data and take advantage of AI, we have to educate to innovate. This is something that we really believe in San Jose. So we started our training for AI and data about 2 years ago. And actually, our data training program started even before AI because we knew that this is going to be a longer journey for us. We have tons and tons of data that we have been accumulating over the years, and we need to find a way to convert the data into meaningful assets that we can take advantage of. So the upscaling program we in partnership with San Jose State University, we developed a lot of training programs, and we started to see the results of seeing departments being excited about the data that they have and the data that they potentially can develop, and some of the data today we're not capturing in a manner that we can utilize. So this is really one of the key things we're doing in San Jose: train, innovate, and also find a way to connect the data to innovation and technology so we can make informed decisions based on actual assets and actual data and actual.
That's great. And I think the other thing where collaboration becomes super important, especially in this time where, as you said, no one's prepared, right? Things are
Right.
moving so fast, is really on the process of kind of doing things around AI, right? Making big changes, getting these distributed systems together and doing all of that. So what have those conversations been like in the coalition to talk a little bit about how to approach sharing resources, making sure that you can implement AI effectively.
Absolutely. So if we look at the history of the maturity of the coalition, we started with the fundamentals, which is establishing a common AI policy for the nation. And we're proud that within like 4 months of establishing the coalition, we were able to release our first template that's currently used by more than a couple hundred agencies already, and continues to be the foundation for a lot of the agencies in government. So that was phase one. How can we establish a safety net to make sure that we're using AI in a safe and responsible and purposeful manner? The second phase was to expand into how can we procure things together? How can we identify use cases together? And that's the phase that we're in. Sharing knowledge, establishing guidelines for use cases, establishing guidelines for data governance and data sharing and things like that. I think that the next stage or the next maturity level is for us to actually share resources, systems, instead of just sharing policies and having conversation. Well, although it's very important and very essential to have this conversation, but the practical use of AI and data is in the ability to share knowledge in systems. So we eliminate or reduce the redundancy in government. And the example that I usually use is 20 years ago, we used to have our own exchange servers for email, and every agency had its own infrastructure, support staff, and everything else. Now everybody has email and cloud, which allow agencies to do it at a fraction of the cost. We can share the backend platform, and we can do things in a much faster way. If we adopt the same concept and find a way for us to share systems, share the same data, or even share the same resources to make sure that we can, one, depend on each other, rely on each other to create systems. So cities that have or agencies that have advanced technology or resources in one area, they can be focused on capitalizing on that experience. And those who don't can rely on others to help them out. And by defining that, I think we can really change how government can work together and can help each other in a way that can be productive and useful for the public.
Love that. I always love that forward thinking approach. And speaking of forward thinking, to kind of wrap us up here, what should we be on the lookout for from San Jose in the AI space in the next couple months or even the next year?
We just released an RFP for procuring AI tools, and that RFP was in collaboration of so many members of the coalition. So this is one of the things that we are demonstrating that we can come together And hopefully, when we award that contract, that contract can be shared by the coalition members. So they eliminate the need for everyone to create their own procurement and that process. Two, I'm really hoping that we can look into advancing our San Jose 311 system to make it into a regional system. There is no need for every city and every county to have its own infrastructure, its own application. So we're moving forward to develop and advance that program and invite neighboring cities to participate so we can, when somebody reports something at the intersection, a lot of residents don't really know, is this a city, is it a county, is it a state? So we take the guessing game from them, and all they have to do is just submit it to one agency, and the agency will be able or capable of triaging that request to the appropriate agency to take in to address it or resolve the issue for them. So that's one of the things we're looking at, and we always build on what we learn. So we usually pick one to demonstrate we can do it together, and as we demonstrate it and prove it, then we see how we expand it or look for other examples to collaborate.
Amazing. Well, Khaled, thanks for being with me today. Thanks for all you're doing, and look forward to keeping up and hearing more about what's going on in San Jose.
Great. Very nice talking to you, Jake.
And to our audience, stay tuned for more from today's AI Talk State and Local.